Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Berserker Unbound, issue number 2. Let's try and get a image there without so much glare. There you go. I usually do 5 things about a comic book as of late. That's my new standard format. Unfortunately, there's not enough in this comic book to do that. Let me quickly go over who made this comic book. I'll just throw a couple things out there for you to get. Created by Jeff Lemire and Mike Deodato Jr., who are the writer and artist, respectively. Frank Martin does the colors, and Steve Wan does the letters. Standard cover artist, Mike Deodato Jr. with Frank Martin, and the variant cover artist is Andrea Sorrentino. So, this was basically just like there was no action in this comic book. There was no anything in this comic book except a bunch of talking between two people who don't understand each other. The only fun thing that happened in this comic book was right on like the very first page when the homeless guy says to Berserker, he's like, what kind of accent or what kind of language is that? Austrian? Which is funny because obviously Berserker is supposed to be a Conan guy and a Conan type character. You might say a rip-off character, whatever. Don't get offended. Just don't be mean. Just whatever. Conan obviously is Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the one we all know. So whatever, it is what it is, man. But like when the best thing about your comic book is on the first page and it's just something that's spoken. There was zero action in this book, dude. You didn't have a comic book. That's what happened in this book. You didn't have a comic book. This could have been a great short story. Everybody else in the book could have just stayed home. You know what I'm saying? Gotten an extra day's sleep, something. But I mean, as good as the artwork is, it's hard to really express your artwork if it's just a bunch of people standing around at different camera angles. Like, how boring is that? Look, man, this is probably going to tell a really great story when it comes to the trade paperback, but maybe just skip the trade paperback and make it a graphic novel instead and completely bypass the individual issues of the comic books, because I think that's what I'm going to do. As anticipated as I am for the next issue where they're promising some action, some mystery and stuff like that, I just don't really feel the need to read it. I don't feel the need to buy it. I think that I'm going to wait for this to come out in trade and hope I remember to buy it or that I still have interest in it when that happens, because this issue was a really, really low point in the storytelling. 2 comic books now, and there's really only been one battle, one fight. God, that is pitiful. So yeah, man, like I said, the art in this is good enough that this could have just been a graphic novel and then just put that story out there and, hey, hope that it does well. But even as good as the art is in this issue with no action to speak of, nothing. Yeah, this was just pointless. It was pointless. So anyway, guys, I can't recommend this issue. I can't. As much as I'm looking forward to the next issue, which I'm probably not going to buy, yeah, this should have just been a trade, because this would have probably been a great story if I could have just read it straight through. But whatever. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.